Hello, guys, and welcome down to this awesome podcast we've got for you tonight. Today, we are joined by my co-host Joe from Theme Park Insanity and the one and only Chris from ScrewyLoops. Hello, guys.
Hello, good evening. Hope you're all well. Hope you're having a good week. How are you doing, Chris?
I'm all right, as good as I can be.
Awesome.
So,
Nice
hello
one.
to everybody in the chat. Thank you very much for joining us. And before we get on with talking to Chris all about ScrewyLoops and all the questions we have and stuff, we're just going to talk a little bit about what's come out of the parks in the last couple of days. So, Joe, do you want to start with Flamingo Land?
I certainly can do, yep. So we got some absolutely fantastic news last night. Flamingo Land, as we know, have been quite quiet over the last couple of weeks on exactly what their plans are for reopening. But the nail was obviously hit on the head last night when the park updated some fresh information to their page saying, following the government's announcements that theme parks and holiday resorts can open from the July 4th, we're basically following our successful opening of our zoo and trial. We're going to be opening up on Saturday, the 4th of July. Now, that's absolutely amazing news. It obviously marks the first official announcement prior to their opening day by the park, and it obviously shows that the park are keen to get back underway and obviously, back to as normal as possible. Now, the park are obviously putting in, various different sort of measures to ensure that safety is met. There is a keep left system, which was in the zoo, that will obviously be running throughout the park. Social distancing is a must. Again, chevrons will be on the floor. Everything obviously is segregated queue. And also everything is cleaned regularly and very, very consistently with government hygiene standards. They have also announced that the following rides are closed, as I say, for maintenance. However, we've since found out that this is actually going to be for their 2020 season, which is a shame. It's quite a bit of a shame, really, but at the end of the day, we kind of understand why. So just for anybody that is visiting from Saturday onwards, you can expect the Balloon Race, Cable Cars, Crazy Combat, Flamingo 1, Frog Hopper, Gallopers, HMS Bouncy, Little Monsters, Wacky Races, Lost River Ride, Mischief Mansion Rotator, Runaway Mine Train, Splash, Battle, and Vortex, all to be closed, I'm afraid. And we also believe that there is going to be Flip Flop and one or two others too. While we understand, obviously, that is quite a large amount of rides shut, we understand there is. Now, the park have reduced the price of admission to £35 per person. Again, that does seem like a bit of money.
Is that on the door?
They have closed. That's pre-book.
Oh wow!
As far as we're aware, I think it is a set price as far as we're aware.
Yeah,
I mean, we're not obviously officially up to date on that one, but this is the price we found out. And while we understand, again, that does seem a lot of money. At the end of the day, it's just supporting an independent park that do need to bounce back from this situation. So ourselves here at Theme Park Insanity, we'll be doing everything we can to support that and visiting the park as soon as possible. But there you go.
Hello.
Hello.
Flamingo? Hello, that's Flamingo Land. I think that's what you said.
That's Flamingo. That's Flamingo Land. Sorry, yeah. There you go.
All right. Well, Chris, do you want to let us know about Paultons Park, the email you received today?
Yeah, well, I just want to say that was very professionally done. I don't know how the hell I'm going to follow that up. But, what I'm going to do is just read the email because, I'm...
just hope the email's good. That's
yeah. So I had this email sent recently, which tells you all about Paultons Park. So Paultons Park prepared for reopening on Saturday, the 4th of July, with an enhanced guest facilities. Right, so we've got Paultons Park, the UK's #1 family theme park, which I don't actually agree on. Message just popped up, sorry. And the home of Peppa Pig's World will be providing free virtual queues featuring via a mobile app as it opens its doors on Saturday, the 4th of July. All of the park's rides and nearly all of its attractions, including Peppa Pig World, Critter Creek, and Lost Kingdom, will be open for the guests to enjoy. The free-to-download Paultons Park mobile app will support the management of social distancing measures across the park, allowing for virtual queuing for the most popular rides. Guests will be automatically notified when they can board the ride, freeing them from standing in queues in close proximity to other guests. Virtual food ordering from selected outlets on the park will also be made available in due course this summer through the mobile app. There is some other bits on here, but it's basically just talking about what's going on. But I think that pretty much covers Paultons Park there. Yeah. I mean, I like the idea where you can have the virtual food order and the virtual queues, which is
it's a good idea.
Yeah, something I think should be the future of theme parks in general. Because just imagine, for example, Universal, what I'm doing now with the virtual queuing. It allows people to actually spend more time in the park in turn buying more things like food and that while I'm waiting to get on, like, say, Hagrid's in 2 hours' time.
Yeah.
Could do that.
Bit of a wait.
I reckon they'd probably make more money doing that than they would just letting people queue 3 hours and wetting themselves towards the end. So, yeah,
indeed. Maybe something for the big parks, such as obviously the Merlin attractions, to consider moving forward as well. Might be a good move for them.
Yeah, I mean, Drayton Manor have now got the app for the map, the digital map.
Yeah, we've seen that across a few different attractions. In fact, some of the zoos have done something similar as well. Yorkshire Wildlife Park, we actually saw did exactly the same earlier this week, where you could download an app, and obviously there was a map on there. So it's a good way to move forward, and it obviously cuts down on paper as well, which is good for the environment. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Chris, before we get on with asking you a couple of questions, thank you so much for coming on. We know we've been pestering you for a while now to come on, but it's great to finally have you on here. It was awesome to finally meet you at Blackpool at the start of the year.
Definitely, you too.
It really was.
Fond of times. At the start of the year, it was good. It was cool. Did you enjoy opening weekend? Well, I say opening weekend. It was more like a pre-show kind of thing, wasn't it?
the pre-show segment.
Yes.
When he's gonna come. Yeah, I did. I really enjoyed it. I mean, the best part of opening weekend is literally just going to the pub and seeing everyone. So.
Yeah, Velvet Coaster's a laugh.
In your faces.
Absolutely smashed.
Was a bit, yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit, yeah.
So, are you going to be getting out to any parks this weekend then with them opening, or are you going to wait a while?
I am in like two minds about it because I really want to get to like Alton Towers or maybe Pleasure Beach or something, but weather dependent as well because it looks like it's going to absolutely hammer it down on the weekend.
And let's stop being negative now.
Well,
come on.
I know.
There could be sunshine.
I do want to go. I do want to go.
I can't wait. I've got so James is coming as well. One of the other members here at CoasterGen, and we're meeting up with Joe. And it's just going to be awesome just to see you, Joe's going to be mint. But to like get on rides is going to be
likewise.
It's going to be so cool. I mean, if I have to queue up 3 hours for Wicker Man, then fine. Whatever.
I'm still doing it.
I need to get on the ride.
Yeah, likewise.
Seriously need to get on the ride. And need some footage as well. I need some new content for the channel. It's
yep.
That's the big one, isn't it, Chris? It's we need to get some content.
Yeah. I mean, it's not necessarily content for me because I do a lot of videos just from my house anyway. It's just more footage because I'm like lacking in a lot of footage. I'll just keep recycling Alton Towers footage after Alton Towers footage, and I need to pack it in.
Smiler.
I'm sick of seeing the same shot of Smiler going through that one barrel roll.
At the same time, though,
shot, though,
the only thing you can improve on it is the quality, because cameras get better throughout the years. So it's always the same video. It's just it's like in 4K or it's like 720, 1080, 4K. The 8K will be in the next couple of years. It's the same shots though. And it's the same ride. So I mean,
my biggest problem with the whole footage thing is when I do say the before you ride videos, which is basically like a really long review of say Nemesis or whatever. I mean, I need enough footage to kind of last about 10 minutes. So when I'm at the parks, at the moment, if I did a before you ride Rita, I've got 20.
Oh my God. Why does that ride always come up with
Before you ride Rita? Oh, hang on, mate. No, don't do that.
How would you get 10 minutes of footage from Rita?
I don't know. I just got all I've got is 20 seconds and it's broke down. There's no one on the train. It was just testing. That's all I've got.
It kind of fits. To be fair, it kind of fits. To be fair, but yeah. So I got to ask a question, dude. What made you want to start making videos on YouTube? I mean, because you are one of the more successful enthusiast YouTubes out here on, and it's really cool. I love your channel. I think the last video you did was hilarious. I just want to say though, how many times you can touch your chin in one video is like.
Oh God. Yeah,
he was like, it added to it though. It made me laugh. It really made me laugh. I was watching it with my family actually. We thought it'd be funny to have a watch of it downstairs, and knew it was going to be a funny video. And I was like, yeah, it's cool. But some of them things, I'm surprised you didn't pick mine out from Twitter, which was removing Fusion, stick a Mac Big Dipper in there. Yeah.
that'd be nice. That'd
To be honest, I just kind of handpicked because, to be fair, they was all pretty savage.
They were.
But the video would have been about an hour long if I did everything. So,
Which is
I tried
crazy
to
that you could
condense
get
it,
like so. Like you're saying, struggling, you can get 10 minutes of footage for Rita, but if you put a tweet out asking people for what controversial opinions are, you can get an hour's worth of footage. There, you can do 2 videos.
Honestly, seriously, I was expecting like maybe probably max 20 responses, but when I saw 200, I was like, okay. People like controversial opinions, I think.
What's your controversial opinion? Like if you had to give one.
I think that's a good one. Actually, I've got a few.
Oh.
Go for it.
I think a big controversial opinion for me, just from me personally, is that I think megaphobia is terrible on the back.
I've not ridden it, so I can't comment on that one, I'm afraid.
Is it terrible on the back? It's not the comfiest of rides on the back. I'll give you that.
I'm being like, it's not terrible because it's got that much airtime. But the thing is, it's got that much airtime. It's actually painful. I was slammed into much air and everything. I was like, oh my god. And like it's not a gentle ride anyway.
No, it's not. No, it really isn't. Especially that little
borderline murder. It's so bad on the back. I think I've only done it 2 or 3 times and have avoided the back seat ever since.
Was it raining? Was it raining when you did it?
I did it at night as well on the back.
Wow.
Yeah. Come off.
Jesus.
I actually had I think I had a cut on my arm. It was that.
What?
Must have been rough.
Oh wow,
it's like
awkward.
That first drop, because on the back, and you gotta have slack. I mean, it doesn't matter where you sit on the coaster. You gotta like click the lap bar to the highest you could possibly get it.
Yeah.
So when I went down that drop, I was literally standing up, and then I must have slammed down that hard. I hit my arm off the side of the train or something.
Oh my god.
It's brutal.
Yeah. Do you think it's worse than Grand National?
On the back, probably, yeah. I'd say it's arguably as bad.
That's the problem with Grand National for me. Is it's like such a good coaster, but I just wish it was like just easy to ride.
Yeah.
The layout's phenomenal. I love the layout. It's great. So much airtime, but I just wish it was easier to ride.
Yeah.
Maybe they just like GCI'd it and put some Millennium Flies on there instead of obviously those old rickety trains. That'd make it so much more comfortable.
I think the track's the biggest problem though. Like if you stand there and look up through that plastic shield as you're looking up the lift hill, it looks it's great. It looks like spaghetti. Like it's
it does, doesn't it?
Kind of going up there.
Wavy rails
made out of matchsticks.
It's crazy.
Cutting costs.
But anyway, back to the main question. What made you want to start doing videos on YouTube, Chris?
Good question. Like I said, I won't bore you with this because it's a long story, and it's I think it's similar to every other YouTuber, really.
Yeah.
Well, who come into YouTube. It's just basically I just fancied making videos. But like back before, say, Backseat Blackout. I was in a band, and I think this was where I kind of had this inspiration really to do something else because this band wasn't working.
Right.
I've seen clips of you.
I've been there before. I've been there in bands that don't work before. Yeah.
Likewise.
And like we love this band. I mean, Scott was in the band, which you all know from Backseat Blackout. And like we just kind of miss that kind of like when we split up, we just kind of miss that kind of. Sound like we was going out then. When the band split up,
yes,
we just kind of miss the that kind of rock and roll lifestyle. You know what I mean? You get to the gigs and you get your beers in and stuff.
Well,
like
it's
that.
like when you've done a lot together as well. Like it all accounts to something, doesn't it? It all counts to like a brotherhood kind of thing in a band. You have to have it really, otherwise you don't make good. You don't get along. And
that's true.
Yeah.
And not literally from that. That's pretty much where Backseat Blackout came from. Really, it was we went from making music to making vlogs, and it was never serious. We just kind of we took the mick a bit. Really, it was a bit of a parody channel.
I love Black Suit Black. Obviously, I watched that from that day when it was absolutely amazing. So I'm so glad that obviously you carried on, like ScrewyLoops. I really am.
Yeah. Like to be fair, we really enjoyed doing it, but I mean, over the years, like anything, things get a bit stale, don't they? We all kind of got a bit bored of it in the end, and I decided to do ScrewyLoops because I kind of wanted to pursue my passion into video making a little bit further than I did with Backseat Blackout. I mean, I did have the Backseat Blackout show, but I don't know, it kind of took away from the whole Backseat Blackout channel, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
So
different feel.
It needed the rebrand to kind of give it its own identity now. But well, that's pretty much how I've got here now. And it's like an addiction, really.
It's just fun,
put a
isn't
video
it?
on and just see all your comments. I love everyone's comments, and I'll read through every single one.
Yeah,
and it's just really nice. And I just like providing the content for people that enjoy it. So
yeah, I think that's one of the main things that I enjoy is just providing entertainment for people. Whether it be a No Limits coaster or an hour stream or a podcast like this, we know you guys really appreciate what we do, and we just try to give you a little bit back, by giving you some entertainment, especially these days, like with what's going on in the world right now. Just try and get you out of that for a few hours a day, and
exactly.
Yeah, what we're trying to do. But if you could, so when you started ScrewyLoops, now you're at 12,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
I can't even believe it. It's insane. It's like,
that's amazing, dude. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats, man.
Cheers, man. Oh God, to be fair, like when I had 10,000, I was in a kind of position where I was like, this isn't real. It's a bit weird. Like I've never, nothing's ever really been that successful, like anything I've done in my life. So it's,
well, hard work pays off, dude.
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
and obviously
I
thank the Backseat Blackout lads as well. Like I mean, it wouldn't be here without them. So
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, man. So if you could go back to when you started ScrewyLoops and tell Chris, you're gonna have 12,000 subscribers soon, what would you say to your past self? Be like,
my past self.
you're gonna do this and it's gonna be awesome. Like, would you always
probably say, yeah, I'd be like, don't procrastinate.
Yeah, man. That's a good thing. Yeah, that's a good thing.
I'm not even kidding. That is my worst enemy. Like,
you just overthink videos, sort of thing.
Yeah, I spend too much time like scripting a video and just completely going mind blank for days. Sometimes I'll start scripting a video and leave it for days because I'm too busy just looking at what's happening in the world.
Yeah,
and I wish I kind of put more effort into it because. If I put more effort into making these scripts, I'll have more content now. It's a bit of a funny one.
So you script pretty much all most of your videos then, the ones that you do at home.
Yeah, most of them anyway. Like the main show episodes, I always script out. It's just become a style I've kind of got used to now.
Yeah.
The best way to describe it, like I used to be, well, I still am a massive fan of gaming channels. Like I don't know if you've ever watched like Kadikarus, Square Eyed Jack, all those. I'm kind of like gaming channels, but the mixed comedy into it, and I really like that.
Yeah,
and I feel like that's the kind of thing I wanted to do with making these videos to make them a bit more entertaining. Is script them out, just make them a bit comedic, but very informative. And I mean that's subjective. I don't know if anyone finds them informative, but. It's just make them enjoyable.
To be fair, my little boy is quite into like Minecraft and Roblox at the moment. He's absolutely obsessed with someone called Preston. I don't know if you've heard of him, but this guy just basically is just absolutely as loud as hell. So you could have the video down like minimum volume and he's still shouting. So it's all you can hear from downstairs is
a bit
Preston
like me and James
when
we're playing Minecraft. God, they are some funny videos to do. They are really funny. I love them. I love doing them for Euromagic. It's so cool. What they're doing. It's awesome. Hello to Wolf Raging. Hello, James. Just have a little bit of a shout out for them. Hello to everybody watching as well. Make sure you subscribe, guys, and make sure you follow us on our social media as well. The links are in the video description below, and you can subscribe to ScrewyLoops if you haven't already in the links in the video description below. Now, I understand you wanted to talk a little bit about Florida.
Oh God, yes.
Yes,
It's a
let's
bit,
go
I don't know
over
if
the
it's
pond.
a bit of a rant or not. I don't know.
Go
Alright,
for it.
well, here's my story. So I was meant to go to Florida in May for my holiday for 2 weeks.
Sorry, man.
Obviously, this pandemic come around and
Mhm.
cancelled everything, ruined everything. So we rebooked it for September, thinking, by September, hopefully things have, gone by then. This was like March, April time. We're talking like back then.
Yeah.
So we booked it for September, and then TUI cancelled all the flights to Florida in September. So then we was like,
Oh no.
damn.
No.
So like
That's
now I'm in a
awful.
position we haven't rebooked it yet, but we're gonna leave it till next year. And I think the good thing is about leaving it till next year is you got Velociraptor coming in Universal. I wouldn't have experienced that, so that's
Indeed.
a plus.
You have.
Iron Gwazi will definitely be open. Ice Break will
Oh,
definitely be open.
before you carry on, can we please get a POV of that?
Oh yeah,
God, yeah.
absolutely. Please, guys, come on.
Yeah, come on now. Everyone tweet at Busch Gardens and be like, "We need a POV, guys. Like, it has to happen."
Hashtag Iron Gwazi POV now.
Yeah, do it. We need it. Because we saw that they'd done the Outward Bank roll on a little bit of footage. So that was anyway. Yeah. I digress. Anyway, go on, Chris. Carry on with your story.
Well, yeah, there's like I said, there's a few more attractions which I wouldn't have been able to do this year. I think as well. I'm not sure how far into development it is, but there's the Tron in Disney.
Yes. Yeah.
That's well underway.
That is one of the rides in Disney Shanghai. That one, isn't it? The Tron ride there. It just looks absolutely incredible.
That whole park looks incredible.
So like,
I don't know if you watched Disney Plus. Have you watched the Imagineering series yet on Disney Plus?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Man. Such a good thing. Like, guys, if you are, obviously you all are enthusiasts in the chat right now and watching on playback as well, you wouldn't be subscribed to the channel if you're not. Make sure you check out the Imagineering series on Disney Plus if you can, because it just gives you such an insight into what they do. Like, the way they changed the Disney in Shanghai is just so elegant. It's just really cool. And Paris as well. Like, Paris was everything was culturally span for where it is, which was crazy because everyone in France didn't want it at first. I remember seeing that footage of them throwing eggs and stuff.
Yeah, I've got a controversial opinion about that as well.
Oh, go on.
Consider how much height like the Disneyland Paris has. I think it's so much better than the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World, like by a big margin.
Wow.
Really, like when I went to Magic Kingdom, I mean, like
I've never been, so I can't comment on that. But from what I've seen, Paris looked like it had a bit more detail to it, more.
I feel like it's catered more towards the thrill market as well, which is good. Whereas Magic Kingdom it's very focused on younger families and kids and whatnot. Whereas Disneyland Paris, you've got like Space Mountain, which is it's a Vekoma launch coaster with inversions all in the dark. I mean, it's really good actually. I think it gets all right, but I enjoyed that. You got Indiana Jones as well, which again that's got an inversion in the layout. Not many coasters in Disney have inversions.
No,
it's nice to see like Paris incorporating these kind of coasters. And Big Thunder Mountain is it's on another level at Paris. I won't spoil anything, but there's a particular moment which kind of blew me away. I just wasn't expecting it at all.
Is that the last part of the ride? Is going back towards the station by any chance?
Yeah, and you pretty much go underground. It's like Oblivion.
Oh wow, that sounds awesome. Like, what's your favorite ride there then at Paris?
Oh, Disneyland Paris. I'm probably gonna have to say, I'm gonna say Big Thunder Mountain in the actual Disneyland Paris park. I don't know. It's just got a special place in my heart. It's a really good coaster, and it's long as well. Probably one of the better family coasters in Europe, to be quite honest. I don't think it gets enough praise. And second to that, definitely Space Mountain as well, another incredible coaster which doesn't get enough praise. It's probably a little rattly, maybe, I don't know, but I never really had a bad ride on it.
Cool. Did you get on it at the back or?
Everywhere. When
Everywhere.
we went, it was dead. It was like walk on, so it was, we had
Nice.
quite a few rides on that.
Nice. So one ride I'm looking forward to, because like yourself, I was supposed to go next year, but obviously we don't know what the situation's going to be, so we're kind of holding off to booking to go to. We're going to stay in Kissimmee. No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were Kissimmee. That's where we're going to stay at, just outside in Florida. So it's pretty close to Animal Kingdom, and then obviously you can get the monorail or the shuttle or whatever to all the other parks there as well. So we're looking forward to that. But I'm looking forward to riding Mako. But I don't know why.
Mako.
Oh,
Yeah.
that looks insane.
It's good. It's definitely good.
It just looks really fun.
It's honestly it's stacked full of airtime there. I mean, it's like it's a B&M hypercoaster, but it just doesn't mess around at all.
It's 200 foot. That's it. It's 200 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the small. Well, it probably is the smallest hypercoaster, maybe next to Apollo's Chariot. I believe it. It's really compact, but like because of that, it's really nippy. Like the air terminals are quite tight, so like you get like good pops of ejector really on that. I mean, Shambhala in comparison. I don't know if you've been on that.
Yeah, I've been on Shambhala. Yeah.
Shambhala's stronger sense of floater airtime. There's a lot of floater on Shambhala.
On the back of Shambhala, even pulling you up the lift, it's just like you're not in your seat.
It's crazy, but like what Shambhala does with the floater airtime, Mako does with the ejector airtime. It's just so much ejector. It's really good.
Yeah, it's cool. What else am I looking forward to? I'm actually looking forward to seeing Disney, the fireworks, and all the shows as well. That's something that I really want to check out. After watching all of that on Disney Plus, it made me like want to, go. The Haunted Mansion looks incredible. Like some of the effects and stuff just look amazing. Like seriously amazing. But speaking of America, Candemonium and Orion opened yesterday and today, I believe.
It did.
Two new hypercoasters in.
Oh no! I knew you'd say it.
Oh, another controversial opinion.
Yeah.
What
comment below, guys? Comment below, guys. Do you think it's a hyper or a giga? That's Orion. Let us know.
It's got 300 foot, so it's a giga. Yeah. I know it's not 300 straight up, but it is 300 straight down. So it's a giga.
Yeah, what do you prefer though? Is it Candemonium or Orion? What do you reckon looks like the better coaster, personally?
I think Orion for me. The speed that thing travels at, it goes through some of those elements, because obviously a lot of them have got some really tight turns on them as well, like sort of quite compact kind of elements. Obviously at the speed that it's kind of going. So for me, that one looks like it's a winner. Person. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I think Candemonium personally, but
I kind of have to agree with you on that, Chris, because I don't know. It just looks like it does more. There's a little bit more to it, like the turnaround over the water and by the sign for the ride as well.
Yeah, it's like they've got Mako from SeaWorld, dipped it in chocolate and placed it in Hershey Park.
Well, we made
it's going to be good.
We made an Aero mint coaster on our channel just to like parody it, kind of thing. It's something we could get in the UK. Maybe Fort Park should build the Aero coaster with a big Aero mint shop there. That would be awesome. I don't know.
Was it Cadbremonium?
Cadbremonium. There you go.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
What are you saying, Joe? You think there's got a bit more elements?
No, I was going to say sort of the turnaround over, obviously where the fountain is, and sort of in that area, just looks really, really good, to be honest. And obviously, visually, it's very, very pleasing to the eye. Yeah. So I think for that reason, yeah. But obviously, I'm dying to get on a giga coaster, so that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to choose, it'd be Fury, wouldn't it? If I had to choose one of them to actually, if I could just go on one now, just transport there.
Oh yeah, Fury 324. Oh, Intimidator as well, 305.
Oh yeah.
That's another one where I'm just looking at it thinking like, I don't know, it's one of them, because it's a lot of mixed opinions on that one, isn't there?
Yeah.
There is.
People say it's just too intense, but that kind of makes me want to go on it even more.
Get on it.
Speaking of Intimate Gigas, make sure you subscribe and hit that notifications bell, because coming up in the next couple of weeks, we've actually built one here at CoasterGen No Limits 2, and it's insane. So it's in collaboration with one of our friends, the Gaming Cucumber, and it's amazing. It's really good, and it's 386 feet. straight into a turnaround.
Wow, nice.
So it just gives you an
That's really
idea.
nice.
Yeah, it's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. So yeah, well, should we turn to the chat for any questions? And if you want to pick some out, then feel free.
Indeed.
Let's have a look. Let's see what everybody's saying. Hello to everybody in the chat.
Indeed,
I can't
good evening,
name you
guys.
all, but thank you so much for watching tonight. And if you're watching on playback, thank you very much. Make sure you like this video, guys. Give us a thumbs up. Yeah. And coming up later in this podcast, we're going to be announcing the winner for the No Limits 2 competition we did for the next Alton Towers coaster. And Chris is going to announce the winner and the runners-up as well, which is pretty cool. So thanks for doing that, Chris.
No problem.
All right, we've got questions. Let's have a look. You got any, Joe?
I can't see any, to be honest. It just seems to be general chit-chat, to be honest. There's a lot going on in the chat, so... yeah, I can't see anything.
Why are the loops screwy? That's one.
That's a good question.
What's that? What?
Why are the loops screwy?
Oh, why are the loops screwy? I don't know, actually. That's a good point.
Corkscrew, maybe?
Maybe.
Shadow and Sloth says, controversial opinion, Saw has 4 inversions. Ooh. That's fine.
2. I'm trying to think.
No, it doesn't. I don't think. Well,
3.
No,
Yeah, it's just 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, there's that overbank, which I presume is what he's
Yeah.
probably on about. But I don't think that's an inversion.
We got a question from Aaron J. Gallimore, who's actually the other new member of my team as well. He says,
hey, Aaron.
Indeed, very good evening, mate. What should happen to Rita?
What should happen to Rita?
What should happen to Rita? I know what I think should happen, but there we go.
Is a good thing, really, because I think, in my honest opinion, Rita doesn't take up that much space, so it's not really worth getting rid of.
No. It'd be like getting rid of the wild mouse, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Blackpool, just a little block.
Because all the area is built underneath Rita. I mean, there's not much room, really, unless you get rid of that entire area and use that as like a space for the roller coaster, maybe.
That's cool.
But I don't think Rita should go unless they have a real need to get rid of it. But
yeah,
it's not a bad coaster as well. Like, you know, the GP, as people call them, they love it as well.
Yeah, they do. To be honest, obviously I've not ridden Stealth yet, which I can't wait to ride on, sort of 8th of August. But it's still a nippy little launch down that, first part of the track, and the way you kind of go into that corner is pretty. It's pretty. Swift, to be honest. And you get
it's pretty. It's probably, like I said on that video before, I think it's actually the most intense roller coaster in the UK.
Yeah.
Like, I've been on like most of them there. There's only a couple I haven't been on. But it's either Speed at Oakwood or Rita, which are the ones which really like make me almost black out. They were really intense.
So would you even say that Rita's actually more intense than Stealth then? Because that actually shocks me.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
really longer launch though, isn't it?
Yeah, I like Stealth. Like Stealth's intense moment really is that launch.
Yeah.
But everything else other than that, it's quite. Well, I wouldn't say tame, but like you get your airtime, you float over the top, come back down, but it's nothing exactly like.
I'm looking forward to
out
that.
Of control. Whereas Rita is like straight into that turn and then literally just full on G-force and then snappy airtime, G-force.
And then the back braking brakes. Them brakes are so harsh.
Yeah.
Oh, did you ride Cheetah Hunt when you went over there?
Yeah, I thought it was terrible.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why?
That's probably a controversial opinion.
Well, it gets a lot of praise for being like just relaxed.
So dull. I don't know what it is.
All right.
I don't like. To be fair, I've done it before. I went on Taron as well, so like I didn't have anything to really compare it to them types of coasters. But when I went on it, then I just found everything really weak. I don't know what it was. Like the first half where you kind of got that weird turnaround down the drop. And then you got this middle section where I'm kind of just doing absolutely nothing. Get what I mean? Like, there's just no reason for like any of that layout. The S-bend bit was pretty cool. The airtime towards the end was pretty cool. That hill. Other than that, it's just full of dead spots, and I really didn't enjoy it.
No. What was your favorite ride out there? I know we're just going slightly off topic. But...
what, Busch Gardens or Florida?
Florida in general. I think.
Florida in general. I'd probably say it's definitely a toss-up between Revenge of the Mummy
Nice.
and Mako, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, that's got me even more hype for Mako now.
I was going to say you'll be chomping at the bit to get on it now, won't you?
Yeah, I haven't been on our grid yet, though. That
that looks so good.
Oh, that looks really good. I got a question here from Harry Pierce. I think he says, what was the first coaster to make you go, hell yeah? Like, like make you go proper.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. God. I mean, if you've ever said that in your life. But I mean, what was the first coaster that really made you like, what gripped you,
What gripped me? I mean, Nemesis.
Megaphobia.
Mate, oh Christ, yeah. I mean, yeah, like Nemesis from a young age. When I went on Nemesis, I barely went on any coasters before then, so Nemesis was my first big one. I think of recent years of like a proper oh yeah moment, because they come very rare now. Like the more you do,
I know. Yeah. And I was just gonna say this when we were talking about stealth before. Is like the first time you ride stealth, it's incredible. Like, but then you get on it again, and it's like, all right, that was pretty good. And you keep going on it, and you're like, oh, yeah. I've lost the adrenaline now.
Still love stealth. Like always, have a good buzz off stealth.
When you get to the park and you know you're going to be riding that, it does still give you adrenaline. It's a bit like Oblivion. Oblivion is quite intimidating to look at. And then
still does it for me, yep.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, but when you've done it, it's like, like you go back on it again during the day. It's like, but it's one of them. When you turn up to the park and you see it, you're like, whoa! If you've not been for ages, like I've not been for 5 years to Thorpe, and I'm really looking forward to getting down there this year. Really excited.
I can't wait to go.
Darren Brown's Ghost Train as well to do as well, so that's going to be cool.
I'm really hoping that's open. I really am.
It might. Oh, actually, saying that, it's not going to be open, is it? Realistically,
maybe not, but
possibly not.
Oh, that's just hit home. Damn it!
Gutted about that.
Yeah, that's annoying. What do you think about Ben King says, one of our mods? He says, what do you think about Gerstlauer creating shields for COVID-19 on the coasters? Not seen that.
Good. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea, though.
Yeah, if it's not blocking the view of the ride, you know what I mean? Like, say,
it can't take away from the experience.
I just got this picture in my head of a big, massive shield, like in front of your face, and it's all smudged, and then you can't see anything.
Oh, yeah.
I imagine that in the rain, though, as well.
Yeah, but I can kind of see why they'd probably do it. It's not something I'd probably, do. Well, I'm not a manufacturer, but I can see why they'd probably do it.
Yeah, no, that's true. Definitely.
Mike's just said trim breaks are like detention for coasters.
It is actually.
That's pretty funny. Make sure you like and subscribe. Yep, absolutely. Any more questions, guys?
Gary Williams says, are the dark rides in Efteling open? Do we know? That's a good question.
Don't know. I can find out though and comment later on. I'll ask Lev. Lev's been who's doing our control panel for us for Ride Sims, which should be on its way pretty soon. I'm pretty stoked about that.
You have to send me pictures of that.
Yeah. Hello, Mikhail.
Dave, good evening.
Hello, Chad. What rides at Alton Towers do you think will be open? So there is a list available. Should we just go through it quickly? Just to let
That's a good idea, yep.
So we know that the coasters are open. So 13's open, Oblivion's open, Nemesis is open, Galactica's open, Smiler's open, Rita is open, Wickerman's open. We don't know about pre-show yet, though.
Good question. No
word on that. Obviously, in the UK, from Saturday, it's 1 meter social distancing, not 2. Yeah. So they were saying on that news.
That's a game changer.
Yeah. That 6 people before the 1 meter rule would ride Wickerman on one train, but with the 1 meter restriction, it's full capacity 24 people, which is like you say, it's a game changer. I think that's maybe the reason why. Yeah. I mean, obviously you'll be boarded in your parties, so if you're with 4 people, you're going with 4 people, and a gap next party. So, we don't know actually. Probably not a gap because it's 1 meter.
At the end of the day, though, you'll be wearing masks on there as well.
Oh, yeah, you have to wear masks on all the roller coasters as well. Yeah, and whenever you're asked to wear one on the park. It's interesting that we've gone for that that way of doing it, whereas in America you have to have a mask when you're walking around and things like that. And the only time you don't wear a mask is like when you're eating or drinking. So a lot of people are just buying drinks in America and just walking around. So not wear a mask.
Defeats the object.
Yeah, that's what I've seen. That's what I've seen on some YouTube videos and stuff. But yeah, no, it's interesting.
I mean, my only qualm here is, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but from the 4th of July, they're allowing bars, pubs, and restaurants all to reopen, and obviously, people, by the sounds of it, are going to be able to sit in there. Is that correct, or am I sort of mishearing that? Because if
the
that's
bars, no, all the seating areas are closed off. And what I just seen on the Granada news thing from today was that it showed Costa Coffee next to Nemesis.
Oh no, sorry, I don't mean I don't mean at the park. I mean in general, like sort of like nationwide. Obviously, they're opening pubs, clubs, and restaurants. So if they can do that, then why can they not open dark rides, which are effectively going to be the same sort of setup and thing anyway? Because you're still going to be distanced from people in front.
I don't know. Maybe it's like an aircon issue or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's a very similar concept. But I mean, that's that's just me. So. But yeah, I think it is still 2 meters where possible, obviously, but in most cases it is going to be 1 meter, which does make a hell of a difference.
Oh yeah, Evil Matt's just made a good point in the chat. Still could be 2 meters in the queues, etc. Though 1 meter on with measures in place, so we could still be forced to queue 2 meters, but actually be allowed to be on the rides. Could be a good point.
Ah, okay. Phil Six also just said it's limited to time slots and using mobile apps. Right, okay, I didn't know that, so thank you for that one. Cheers.
What, at Alton Towers? Because they've not released anything about virtual queuing.
No, I think he's referring to pubs and restaurants and things like that.
Yeah, I keep referring to everything as theme parks. Sorry, guys.
No, that's my fault. I apologise.
Yeah. So Chris, do you when you was in the States?
Yeah.
Did you pick up any nano coasters over there? We don't get them over here.
Nah. So to be fair, I'm not a massive collector. That's yeah, like I literally haven't got any merch. I've got like a few mugs and stuff like that, but I've never really collected anything, and I'm kind of gutted in a way because it'd be nice to have a little collection, especially filming my videos kind of in the background or something. But
yeah, exactly.
Other than the odd shirt, I don't really get much.
I've got an icon jumper behind me. That's my set.
I've got a Smiler hoodie on right now.
Yeah, on my hanger. But then nano coasters look really cool. I'd love them to do like Nemesis over here.
The Iron Gauze one looks awesome.
Oh yeah, they just look awesome. Like, if any UK parks are listening, definitely buy them. Let us know in the comments, guys, what nano coasters in the UK you'd like to see. Like an icon one would be cool. Yeah.
Pepsi Max big one. I'll be a beast.
It'd be massive. You could literally build the pleasure beach in your bedroom. Like if they did all the rides, you could just put it around the big one. What do you think of the big one, by the way, Chris? You like it?
It's probably a bit controversial me saying like this about Cheetah and saying like I really don't like it. But big one I do actually like. But I think it's more of a charm thing. I think because it's an arrow hyper coaster, which is something you just don't get very often at all. Well, you don't get any more, obviously, but it's a rare coaster to get. And to have that on our shores is amazing. I mean, you got the brilliant first drop. Like you can't knock that drop. It's incredible.
Oh no, it's amazing.
But the rest of the layout is just uneventful, really. Like, I think it's all about that first drop and that kind of charm.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter about everything else in the layout. Just that drop, the charm, and the fact it's in Blackpool. It's great.
Yeah,
on the seafront.
Yeah. So it's a thumbs up from me.
Did you get it? Did you get on it at opening weekend, or did you not get on it?
Yeah,
you got on it.
It was when the wind was really bad. I honestly thought it was going to close. It kept closing like 10 minutes every now and then while I was in the queue.
Yeah,
same.
And then eventually we went on, literally as they opened it back up as well. And I'm not kidding you, I've never felt anything like it.
Was it just brutal?
Oh my God. So you go around that turnaround, then you come back towards the south side of the park. I don't know which side's which. So you get towards the south side of the park. And literally the wind is insane. The only way I can explain it is like the launch on Formula Rossa. Wow. I've never felt anything like it. I just felt like my eyelids was going to fall out.
Did it feel like it was going to stall at any point, valley at any point?
Not really. It felt like it was absolutely hauling around for some reason. I don't know how, but maybe they changed the wheels so it kind of runs a bit quicker. less
Yeah.
friction or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, we got in the queue, didn't we, Joe? And we didn't manage to get on it because it went down.
We didn't. No,
queue
and
was
literally it was
massive.
like a 2-hour queue, and then we obviously decided to go back to Icon instead of getting a ride on that. And 10 minutes after we did that, it obviously went down for the win. So yeah, we didn't get on it, unfortunately.
We heard the wind alarm, didn't we, while we was over by Nick Streak?
We did, yeah, we did indeed.
Toilet, yeah, and it went off.
Yep.
I was like, wow, we timed that well. We just marathoned Icon all day.
Quite literally, yeah.
Yeah. Do you like
Good
Icon,
times.
Chris?
Oh yeah, I like Icon. It's a great coaster.
I think it's mint. I think I kind of called it like years ago. I was like, Blackpool are going to get a Mac, and then when they removed the bridge, I was like, this is going to be a Mac, and like just trying to like convince myself it's going to be a Mac, and then it came out. The animation came out. I was like, wow, okay, that's one I called.
It's actually a Mac.
It's a Mac. I was like, yes, sweet, we got a Mac, like a decent one. Obviously, we got the Runway Mine Train and Avalanche and stuff, but you know.
Yeah.
To have a multi-launch Mac coaster is awesome, and it is good.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good ride.
Especially here in the UK.
Yeah, it's solid.
Hey, I just want to give a massive shout out to Benjamin Catlin. I just saw a comment pop up and I thought, cheers, man, that's really nice. Appreciate it.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. Yeah, nice
That's
comment.
amazing.
Yeah,
Really
thanks,
nice.
Benjamin. Did you want to give a shout out to someone else as well, or did you forget?
I don't know.
We were talking about it before we went live. The person
Yeah,
you
we
used to
were.
work with.
Oh god, yeah.
There you
But
go.
The only problem is I don't know his name, but
Oh no!
Oh.
yeah, I'll give a shout out to Julie's son, who I used to work with, a lady called Julie. She just messaged me, but I haven't got back to her because this live stream I haven't really had a chance. But I'll just say a big shout out to you anyway if you're watching. You know who you are.
That's cool. Right, I didn't mean to put you on the spot there. I just thought you might have forgotten. That's all.
Oh no! So I did say also I'll make sure to give a shout out to him. I didn't get his name.
No hex. Nope. No hex. Not at all.
No
that's a
Joel.
shame. What
No
is your
Joel, unfortunately.
coaster count? Do you have a coaster count? I don't have one.
Ooh.
Do you have one?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't count coasters.
Nah, I don't either.
No,
I
don't either.
don't. The biggest problem is it's just like, how do you count coasters? Because ghost trains are now being classed as roller coasters. Sometimes people want to class discos as roller coasters.
Oh,
Sometimes
God,
people
no.
want to class traveling coasters as multiple coasters being in different locations, even though it's the same one.
Hmm.
I don't get how you can physically count coasters, so I just don't even bother.
I just ride them and enjoy them, to be fair, and that's good
Yeah.
enough for me. So
I just feel like if I become addicted to counting coasters, I'm going to literally be finding every wacky worm in the country. And
That's awesome,
wacky
man.
worm.
That's awesome. So, if you had to pick a ride out in the UK that you would say is one you would always go to, like not as the best, but one you would always go to just for a solid ride, what would you say it would be?
in the UK,
Yeah.
just a solid ride, but not necessarily the best.
Hmm.
I'd probably give that for like an all-rounder one. People might be a bit shocked at this, but the Smiler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
I
ride.
just think it's got the
Solid.
length, you know. It's a really long coaster. You got some great airtime moments on it. It's got a crazy ass theme. Like it's such a weird theme.
Can't wait to
Oh,
get back on
yeah.
that on Saturday. I really can't.
Yeah.
I kind of hate the soundtrack, but I love it at the same time. And, it's just got 14 inversions. I mean, it's just nuts.
I remember the
Yeah.
first time I rode it, and even that drop out the station the first time you do it is just incredible. Like straight into that inversion. You know, it's a shame they didn't put the glass flooring in the shop though, so you can watch that inversion because that was originally in the plans, so you can look
they did?
down. Yeah.
No, they actually did do that, but they put over like a vinyl floor or something. So basically, you can't actually see down through it. But
Oh, so it is actually glass then.
the glass floor is there. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
If
It's
you
just,
jumped on it hard enough, you might end up on the barrel roll.
Don't want to
Can you
do
imagine?
that. ScrewyLoops, what's your favourite roller coaster from Natalie Edwards?
I just want to say a massive shout out to you as well, because I did see your comment earlier. So thanks for that. My favourite roller coaster is Taron.
Elaborate.
Elaborate.
Yes.
I don't know.
Why?
It's like it needs no words. But well,
Pure
the
perfection.
theme is just incredible.
Mm.
I'll arguably say Black Mamba, which is in the same park, is slightly better theming though. But I do think
Wow.
the theme really makes Taron.
Wow.
The launches are great as well. I consider them like magnetic launches and really snappy. And to be fair, it's really intense and lots of airtime. It's just a great coaster. I love it.
That's cool, man. So what? You just mentioned Black Mamba, like the theme in there. Like, obviously the lift hill is a big thing in that, but is it just how close it is to everything once you get off that drop?
Black Mamba's just incredible, and
Yeah?
it's one of them
can't wait for that.
coasters that again, like I said, we got Space Mountain, in Paris. It just doesn't get enough praise, and I don't know why. It's better than Nemesis.
Phew.
It really is.
Wow.
But, that's my opinion anyway.
That's a big statement.
Someone's just asked that Nemesis or Black Mamba. There you go. There's your answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, out of everything I've been on as well, it's the best themed roller coaster I've been on. It's just unbelievable what they've done with that. And it's just incredible. I mean, just look at any picture or video of Black Mamba and it'll just explain why. Literally, you don't need words for that. It's just a really good coaster.
Yeah, one of our regular hosts on here, Parkspill, says that he really appreciates your content. It says, just want to say, Chris, thanks for all the great content. Really inspired me to make my own channel. There you go.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah.
Say,
Parkspill's awesome. Make sure you subscribe to him, guys.
Parkspill, yeah, he's
really
great.
good.
I mean, like some of the editing he's done as well. It's unbelievable.
It's flawless.
I was watching the. It was on Twitter. What video was it? It was the Monopoly one.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Like the crazy
it just yeets the
everything.
board off the table.
To be fair, like watching that, it kind of inspired me to kind of like, what can I do to, help my editing, make my editing better. So in a way, you've inspired me as well. So thanks. It's really good.
Yeah, it's oh, go on, Joe. Sorry.
I was going to say, yeah, I've yet to be lucky enough to actually have anybody say that to me, but hopefully one of these days I will actually inspire someone to start their own channel or vlog or whatever. Because I mean, I know I'm not on YouTube, obviously. Yeah, I'm sure there's some budding writers out there somewhere. So fingers crossed.
Website's awesome.
You inspire me. Don't worry, mate.
No, I'm only messing.
Theme Park Insanity's website's amazing, man. You've done such a good job on that. I mean, you've got people like Armour Score on there, and
thanks so much.
And Chris.
Exactly.
Wayne did, yeah.
Better than that.
No, exactly. I was extreme. Yeah, thanks again for that.
So yeah, man.
There we go.
Why are your streams so entertaining? I don't know. We just talk. Thanks for the comment. All right, we are 52 minutes in, believe it or not.
Wow, that's gone fast.
It has. We've not even touched on half of the stuff we wanted to touch on. So, do you want to announce the winner for the No Limits 2 comp, Chris?
Yeah,
should we do that?
I'm just wondering, are they in the chat? Let's have a look.
It should be in our
thing.
Bear
with me while I get this up. Right, so...
Do you want to do the runner-up first?
I'll do the runner-up first. So the runner-up for the No Limits competition goes to... It's like Eurovision, this. The coaster, which is Anathema, Alton Towers' next coaster. Red Limits coaster is the author.
There you go.
I could have said that a bit better. It was a bit awkward. But...
Nah.
It goes to Red Limits coasters. Woo!
There you go. That's the runner-up. Now, can I just quickly cut in there? So because all the entries we had were really amazing, these two are incredible. Custom scripts, custom tracks, trains, the lot, stations, everything. So
wow.
As well as the winner receiving a mark on the park at Alton Towers, the runner-up is also going to receive £25 to spend as well, because it was just such a really hard decision to make. I'm going to have to do that. So yeah. Wow. So thank you so much. So let's get on with the winner. So who's the winner then, Chris?
Right then. So the winner is, drum roll, people. That really sounds really good, does it? On that? The winner is Jet Pulse with the roller coaster X on. I've seen pictures of this. It's incredible, man.
It's amazing. And he utilized the area so well. And all these coasters, guys, these two coasters that we've mentioned, are going to be made into a video. And I'm going to obviously put this out on Twitter and Facebook as well after this podcast. But yeah, congratulations. You've just won Mark on the Park. So you're going to be getting a brick. Well done.
Huge congratulations.
Yeah.
It looks a lot like Taron, actually, looking at the picture.
It's really good. It's a Mac.
A lot of Taron vibes.
It like jewels. It jewels itself. Like,
wow. Awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's two halves and it jewels. It's really cool. It's awesome.
That sounds awesome.
It's sweet. So, yeah, we noticed we had Lokin in the chat earlier on. Just want to say, dude, your Alton Towers recreation in Planet Coaster is looking amazing. I can't wait to check that out.
Still need to check that out.
Awesome.
Yeah, I haven't been on Planet Coaster for ages. But Lokin got in touch with me about Hex before, and I was actually going to check it out, but I had so much going on. I'm sorry, I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm definitely going to check it out next time I'm on Planet Coaster. Looking forward to that.
Yeah,
I've actually seen it, to be honest, and it literally looks an absolute spit of the actual towers. It's amazing. It's so really good. It really is.
Consider it's Planet Coaster. I know he's used a lot of the outsourcing modeling, but it looks awesome. It looks really.
It still looks amazing.
Yeah. Really well, yeah. Does. So there you go. There's the winner and the runner-up from the No Limits 2 contest. Now, I'm going to announce now a Planet Coaster contest that's going to be going on. I'll have more details about that in next week's podcast, or during a stream next week, probably actually. But yeah, we're going to be running a Planet Coaster contest. You guys have asked for it, so yeah, we're going to do it. Why not?
Nice.
Don't know what the prizes are just yet, but we'll obviously let you guys know. And also, just a quick one, guys, while you're all here, make sure you check out the 1K subscriber giveaway video that we have. All you have to do is like the video, subscribe, and comment the word Nemesis. And when we get to 1K subscribers, you'll be entered into a draw, and you can win a lot of merch. So, yeah.
Including some of mine.
Yeah, including some of Theme Park Insanity as well. Digital Dance, No Limits 2 Standard, £50 spend at any UK theme park online store as well. So it's a big giveaway. It's cool.
Wow, awesome.
That's awesome. I wish I'm terrible at No Limits, but wish I could.
Hang on a bit. You entered. You could win.
Oh yeah, I did. Oh my God.
Yeah, you did. So you said you wanted to touch briefly on music, because we all like music in this podcast. Out of the three of us, I'm a big metal fan, and you are yourself. And you said you was in a band. What kind of music did you used to play in the band?
It was like a bit of a I'm probably best like using bands as an idea of what kind of music we did, because putting a genre on it was just wouldn't work. It was kind of like the music was kind of like a mix between like Deftones, so we've got this kind of heavy kind of metal, new metal kind of sound to it.
Nice.
But we had like a lot of progressive, a bit of a progressive side to it, like Carnival and probably like Pink Floyd kind of stuff. Really, we just kind of went all over the place.
Nice.
That was the kind of music we did, and really enjoyed it. It's just great to just like make music which is quite experimental, really.
Yeah, creative.
Yeah. We had like, it's kind of a big open platform when you kind of drop it, like, you don't label yourself as a genre.
Yeah.
Make whatever you like, man.
It's the best way to do it. I mean, I've actually played drums since I was quite small as well, and I played in a number of bands over the years, which have been sort of mainly like death metal and heavy metal, like really sort
death metal.
Death metal.
Yeah.
That's too hardcore for me.
Really heavy stuff. I loved every minute of it. I really did. In fact, I even dabbled in a bit of vocals, which to be fair really hurt my throat. But at the same time, I had a fantastic time doing it, and it's something that I really miss nowadays. But I'm just obviously not in a position anymore, which is a real shame, but I know exactly where you're coming from with that one. It's good just to make what you feel, isn't it?
What's like your favourite bands and stuff like music?
I have to say my favourite band of all time is Metallica. Just stunning music, amazing shows. The best gig I've ever been to last year at the Etihad Stadium in Manchester. Oh man, it was so good.
Yeah, I think remember you showing me the video. Wasn't which song was it? It wasn't Painkiller, was it? It was
Master of Puppets.
Master of Puppets. That's the one.
Yeah. Master of Puppets absolutely chucked it down, but it just made it so much better. It was just incredible.
So I'm a huge fan of Rammstein, and I also love a bit of Marilyn Manson as well. I'm quite into sort of that side, as obviously a bit of industrial and then a bit of sort of almost gothic style thing. But to be fair, nowadays it's more like Five Finger Death Punch, and there's also another one which Killswitch Engage as well. Love a bit of Killswitch.
Yeah,
love Killswitch.
I've only listened to one album by them, but like it's the one with my case on.
I think the days with Howard were the best, but obviously the new guy is just as good.
Have you heard Howard's new band? I can't remember what they're called. Forgive me, but they are amazing.
I've got two of their albums. Yeah, they're really, really good. I also can't remember if was it Dead by Daylight or something like that. I think, or something along those tones. But yeah, they are extremely good. Very, very good.
just typing up 1 sec.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say I used to listen to a lot of metal and stuff, but it's kind of, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or what, but I've been listening to a lot more. I'd say more poppy kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Well, it's right. I mean, I love
Say
drum and
forever.
bass. I love dubstep. I love, all kinds of rock. Dire Straits. A lot.
Yeah.
I like listen to pretty much. If I think it's good, I'll listen to it. It's one of them.
Yeah, 100%. Like this band I've come across recently. Oh, I just can't put them down. I don't know what it is. When you just get captivated by like a band, and you just like every time you put the albums on, you're just hooked, and you just keep playing it.
Yeah.
But there's a band called Everything, and I'm not kidding you. Like I can't even describe what kind of music it is. It's kind of like
It's like Ed Shikari meets Coldplay.
yeah, it has a bit of
that sounds good.
Radiohead in there, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's very like contagious music,
Yeah.
but very dreamy as well. Like a lot of dreamy moments, and there's a lot of rock in it. Like some nice
Yeah.
heavy auditing moments. His vocals are a bit like really out there, like but like something fascinating about the band, and I just can't put them down. I'll Get to Heaven and Fever Dream, like listen to those albums. Honestly.
Nice.
All right, so we're coming up on an hour, Chris. Do you want to say what you wanted to say? You mentioned before the stream about everything that's going on. Just quickly.
I think.
About Twitter.
Oh yeah,
We've been asked
right.
quite a few times. That's why
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, so I've seen it in the chat. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I'm just kind of echoing what I posted up and just saying, I'm
same.
just shocked really and upset about what I've seen over the past few days. I mean, it's been difficult to kind of just like see it happening on Twitter, and
It's been horrible, absolutely horrible.
Yeah, I just all I can really say at the moment is that I've got my support for you guys.
Yeah.
People who have spoken out, and people who if you haven't spoken out, I'll just send my respect, and yeah, like I can understand why you're upset and what's going on, and I think it's a bit of a difficult situation, isn't it?
It is. It's shocking. Well, people are brave for speaking out as well, so that's where we stand on it. We support you guys absolutely.
Yeah, and without saying any names of that, I just think I'm just disappointed. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah,
without saying names, I'm disappointed with the way things have been handled. But
yeah,
it is what it is.
It is what it is. So that's that. Right. What's your first party you're going to then, Chris?
Probably Alton Towers.
Yep.
I don't know. I was planning this weekend, but I don't think we're going to go now. Just weather dependent. I'm not really sure, really, but hopefully the week after we'll probably go then. So
yeah. And if you do want to go to Alton Towers right now, guys, you have to pre-book your tickets, and if you have an annual pass, it's £1. Yeah,
it is. Same as the gardens.
Yeah, yeah. So there you go. All right, so we're up on an hour now. Do you want to carry on, Chris, or are you all good?
It's up to you guys. I'm cool with whatever.
All right,
keep rolling
cool.
if you like.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we're not going to go into what happened and all that kind of stuff, guys. I know you're asking in the chat, but it's on Twitter, and we've said what we need to say really, and it's a bad situation, and like we can just keep saying, all we can keep saying is that we support people that are speaking out. You're brave, and we stand by you guys. That's all we can say really. We don't want to talk about the allegations and stuff like that here on CoasterGen. But yeah, we have made our statement on Twitter, so if you want to read that, that's fine. But yeah, we're just gonna move on now and talk a little bit about some happier things in theme parks. What's your favourite ride at Towers? Someone's asked.
My favourite ride at Towers. We're talking coasters or just rides in general?
Ooh, yeah, coasters, and then we'll do rides.
Oh yeah, coasters definitely nemesis for me. Just
Nemesis?
not as a personal favourite.
Yeah.
Maybe out to the right. I'm trying to think actually. Probably say Hex. Yeah, I'd probably say Hex as like if I'm talking like the non-coaster stuff. Yeah, I like X. It's good.
X is a really fantastic, solid addition to the park, and obviously the fact it does cover a local legend makes it all the more unique to the park as well. So it's a
Yeah,
really good addition.
I think
Have
it's
you ever-
great if you've never been on it. It's like it's just such a completely different experience, isn't it? So
Exactly, yeah, it really is. I think it's great the way, obviously, I mean, they've obviously got the Vekoma Madhouse side, but the way they've incorporated is like an entire experience from start to finish. I think it's really well thought out, and the fact it's in, the majority. Obviously, I know that the ride itself isn't in the towers, but parts of it actually are in the towers. It still has that thick atmosphere at the same time, which I think just adds to it. It really does.
Yeah. Would you rather ride Nemesis or Nemesis Inferno? Ooh,
is
both.
that even a question?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Yeah, no, I like them both. Nemesis for me, just because of where it is, what it does. In terms of the theming and everything like that, and how low and how close you get to everything that's around you. Front row on Nemesis at Alton Towers is just incredible. It's a sweet experience. Inferno is a good ride. It just, I don't know, just feels, I don't know what it is. I know
it's not Nemesis, is it?
No, it shouldn't be called Nemesis. You should have just called it Inferno, and it would have been its thing then. I don't know. I've always had that opinion, really. But I queue up for it. It's a good ride. The pre-lift, the pre-lift is awesome. Like through the volcano and through the steam and the mist and everything when it's running, which won't be running, by the way, by the looks of things. On what we've seen from Oblivion on these Granada reports and BBC, is that the mist wasn't running on the Oblivion drop, so.
Oh, that sucks.
Probably
That's
won't.
one of the best parts.
There probably won't be an atmosphere to Wicker Man either. I can imagine.
To get air.
Oh yeah.
Good old Josh Warby to vape at the bottom of the drop and.
Yeah, it's all standard with vapes. And throw the camera through it so it looks like it's through the mist effect for the thing. That's going to be crazy. Everyone's theme park footage, just thinking about it now, everyone's going to be wearing masks on the rides on the footage.
That's going to be so weird, isn't it?
It's going to be a strange time, isn't it? Especially to look back on. I mean, it's normal now, but...
Yeah, it's normal now.
Looking back on it, it'll be like, what even was 2020? You know what I mean?
Was it even a year?
I don't know. I think closing day, December 13th at Blackpool should be like the opening day we had, where everybody gets together at Velvet. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
that'd be a good way to kind of be like, screw you, 2020. We'll be back next year.
Indeed.
Yeah.
On another note, though, could you last an entire year without going to a theme park? Like if you had to.
If I had to.
Like say now, even though the parks are opening up, would you be too tempted to go to the parks, or would you wait till next year?
Well, I'm going, so it kind of answers my question.
Yeah.
I don't know. If
I
had
to, probably could actually. I don't know why. I just feel like it's nice to have a break on things, but I'm not in a rush to get back, and I don't know why.
Really? Not any of them. None of them.
I don't know. I just feel like I've enjoyed the break in a way, just to kind of,
But that's going to make the experience being there a little bit better, isn't it? Because you've had that little bit of a break. So
I think it's because I'm a bit wounded by Florida being cancelled.
Oh yeah, man. No, I
was kind of hoping Florida would be like my first proper theme park trip.
Yeah. I had PA planned as well with James, and that went up the wall. So. That was a bit of a bummer. That was in bummer. Bit of a bummer. That was in May as well. So around
it's a curse.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fish was waiting to what?
Flying fish.
These comments are awesome. Yeah. So is there anything you want to add, Chris? Want to say anything to all the people watching, or?
Don't know. Just don't know. I've literally got nothing really to add. I'm working on a video. I could probably tease that.
Yeah, you probably should do that. Yeah.
Yes, please.
I'm really secretive with videos.
You are.
Really drop
and then you drop it a day before you put it out.
But I'll do this one because I know it's something I've promised a long time ago. Actually, it's been a few weeks, but I've got the A to Z of Geek Turns and Elements Part 2, which is coming really soon.
Nice.
I've just got to find a letter Hang on, let me just check. I think it's Y. I can't think of Y. I'm
Yeet.
stuck on
Yukon
Y.
Striker.
Oh, yeet.
Oh wait. In
Oh,
terms of
Yeet.
actual
Oh,
Yeah.
yeet,
The
yeah, backseat yeet.
moment.
That's the saying we have here. Backseat yeet is when we do our backseat POVs on No Limits 2, we call it backseat yeet. So there you go. When you yeet out your seat.
Hey.
Yeet. Why?
Yeah, it's a strange one. I'd say YouTube, but I've already covered YouTube in another section on
Yes.
this video, so I'm like, I can't really.
Yeah, coasters, you can go Yukon Striker. That could work.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like elements and terms like SBNL for S. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
things
yeah.
that,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just stuck on Y.
Yet
don't know
to
why.
ride. You do yet to ride. Why now means yet to ride, everyone.
Yeah. Y means yes. That's it.
Yeah, so that's gonna be cool. That's awesome that you got coming up. But guys, we've got a big announcement for next week's podcast. Joe?
Oh, we have. Yep. So if you've enjoyed tonight's, then you're going to absolutely love next week's. We have someone extremely special joining us, and we're really, really thrilled to be able to announce this. So we actually have Liam from Aroma Prime himself actually joining us on next week's official.
Nice.
Going through, various different elements about sort of how, the requirements of their clients have obviously changed with the current situation and where they're actually basically at as a company, but also more
What
about the
does
company as
night
well.
smell
So
like?
guys, indeed. So if you guys have any questions at all, make sure that you've got them ready for 8:00 next week, and we'll be able to put those to him in the chat. And cannot wait. Really can't. It's going to be fantastic. So make sure you tune in.
Yeah, make sure you tune in. It's going to be awesome. I'm really excited for that. I've had a request from James if I can get him some wood smoke, so hopefully I can get him some, because he really loves Wicker Man. He just loves the pre-show and everything about it. So hopefully I can come out with something for the channel for that. That'd be really cool. So yeah, excited for that. I think that's pretty much it for this week, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, Chris. Thank you so much for coming on.
It's been emotional.
It's been emotional. We hope you've done your justice. We hope you've done your justice here at CoasterGen, and we hope you've enjoyed it.
Cheers for having me on.
It's been
I'll
amazing,
have to come
man.
back on again if you want me on. I don't know.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
anytime, man. Anytime. We said that to everyone that's been on. If you want to come back on again, every Thursday, 8 p.m.
It's been being chilled, like
yeah, man.
some podcasts like are kind of a bit serious, and I think this one's really like laid back. It's nice.
Yeah, we just try and chill out and interact with the audience as well in the chat. And thank you so much for joining us, guys. Joe, where can they find Theme Park Insanity, dude?
So you can find, there's actually been a slight change in the way that we're bringing content to you. So we've actually shut down our Instagram and Twitter accounts. The reason being that we felt that we were duplicating content across 3 different platforms. None of the others basically had any originality really. And obviously, we couldn't really figure out a direction for them. So what we primarily based.
There you go. You're back.
Can you hear us? Sorry about that, guys. So we're going to be primarily based on Facebook, as we always have been, and we also have our brand new website, which we still we're uploading to. And again, we'll be doing the same, which is themeparkinsanity.co.uk. So those are going to be our 2 main outlets moving forward. We still have loads to come. Still plenty of content. We'll be filming loads over the weekend. We're not doing vlogs anymore, I'm afraid, but that doesn't mean that our content won't still be worth the wait. So stay tuned, guys. Loads to come. And if you haven't already been over and liked the page, please do. You're always welcome.
Absolutely. And Chris, where can people find you?
Probably in a ditch somewhere.
Brilliant.
That's fair enough. Yeah, links are in the video description for Chris and ScrewyLoops down there. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We've really enjoyed it. We enjoyed all your questions as always, and if you have any more in the comments, let us know down below. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell and follow us on all our socials. But just a quick one, Joe said he's not going to be in any vlogs anymore. He's going to be in ours. So Joe's still going to be in CoasterGen vlogs. So
that is true. Sorry, I'm going to still be with you.
YouTube's still happening for Theme Park Insanity then?
We haven't got a dedicated channel anymore. No, we basically we felt that obviously the stronger point of ours is obviously it's always been our writing and sort of the creative writing side, and we want to sort of steer more towards that being our primarily sort of element rather than obviously, you know, the video side. But we're still filming videos. There'll be off-ride, there'll be POVs where possible. And obviously we are still appearing in CoasterGen's vlogs as well. So yeah, we're still going to be active. Don't worry.
Yeah. I mean, like, work on what's working. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'll say.
I mean, I've had a long time to sort of think about it, and I figured out that, you know, writing has always been my strong strength, and that's more of what I want to steer towards. So yeah, obviously that's where I'm heading, which
excellent.
Sure
be good.
So Saturday night, hopefully, if I get back quick enough, guys, I will have the Alton Towers vlog from that day on. James will be joining us. Joe will be joining us. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to get back to Alton Towers.
I can't.
Yep. So anyway, like I said, guys, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell and follow us on our socials. And for now, I've been Luke. He's been Joe from Theme Park Insanity. He's been Chris from ScrewyLoops, and that's been the Keep You in the Loop podcast. And we'll catch you next time, guys. What was that, Chris?
Try a bit.
Try a bit.